I don't know if I'd say I have a goal to be only writing. I think I would like that to grow and be a bigger aspect, but I don't know.
Yeah. So do you
I
ever think
guess
of like being like best selling author? Luke
no,
Young is now on the show.
I know don't
Okay.
really I don't have that as a goal. I don't really want I don't want to be in a position where I have to be on like national media attention or have be in some kind of spotlight that exposes me to society at large. I just don't want that. And that's where like JD Salinger, right? So he was just total recluse. Okay, he wrote short stories. He I mean, Catcher in the Rye. Most people who like literature have read that by now. But the fact that he just hid in his house and he didn't want to be a part of society is something that I really love. I think that's just like that's a real artist who is focusing on his or her or their art and just doesn't want the fame side of things with it. I mean, it's not perfect. He drank his own urine and shit, which is kind of gross. But at the same time, like, I mean, we have to admire the man that he was just like, no, I don't care. What are you gonna do? You gonna bang on my door? I don't care. I'm not gonna answer the door. So I think I don't know. I think I like the creation aspect, the art aspect. I like sharing things. I like reading um,
Yeah.
what other people have written, and I hope that they read what I've written. But I don't really want fame. Want. I don't want like societal recognition where I'm on like whatever Today Show or some shit like that, where millions of people who I probably really don't like are watching and judging me. Like that just seems really I don't know, soul crushing. I think if I ever did get to that point, if I was on some daytime television or who knows what, I probably would do something cheeky, like I'd probably like microdose acid or something, just so that I knew in myself that like I had a constant fuck you going, no matter how nice and jovial and happy I might be there in that moment, internally I would know that I was still comfortable with myself.
Yeah,
So
that's something I always thought of too. Is like I want to be successful, and I want to eventually like be making a living doing the things I enjoy, like the podcast and with the acting and voice acting, and kind of expand that. But like being a part of that, like, but then it's another thing to be like successful with what you do, and then being part of that like fancy like bourgeois lifestyle, and just like not being in touch with like regular people, and just kind of I
yeah,
don't know, like the yacht parties and stuff. Like I always found that kind of shit like I don't even to me it doesn't appeal to me. Like I like being around like real kind of people and stuff, and just like that whole world is just
yeah,
like to me it's like two different things. Like there's being successful, and then there's just like, but does that have to include like being a part of that world? I don't know.
yeah. I think I think some like degree of fame and success requires being part of that world. I just think you'll be ostracized or I don't know. There's just a way that they won't include you if you don't accept like okay, like Keanu Reeves is a good example, right? From everything that I've read about him, I know about him, he seems like a pretty grounded person who is very dedicated to kind of his craft, which is acting and film. He'll give up salaries to make sure other actors can be brought on board that he wants to act with, that he feels like will make the film better. So I feel like he's focused on the art and he's focused on what it is to be a creator and an actor. But then you look at like Hollywood society, and at least what it looks like to me, he's not part of their society. He's not a yacht
Yeah,
party kind of person. He's not like the gala shows, or at least every gala show. Like, so in that way, he's kind of ostracized. But because he's dedicated to the art and craft, he has made a name for himself. and he does get respect in that way. But I mean, how often do you hear about Keanu Reeves? And I mean, he's not in these big blockbuster films, and I think
Yeah.
that's why is he's kind of a little bit ostracized for it. This is a lot of assumption on my part.
Yeah.
I am not an expert.
Well, I mean, I guess then there's
on
some that
this.
are like they're working actors. Maybe they act in like Netflix shows, or they're character actors, and they're not a huge star, but like they're successful doing their career.
Yeah,
But they're not. They're like a part of that role. They're still like, I don't know. I guess that's the kind of success that's like more appeal to me. Like you do making money what you do, but not necessarily being like doing what you making being successful what you enjoy and what's true to you, but not exactly being part of that whole like the big star, like the big like having to change who you are in a way. If
yeah,
that makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you there. That's kind of how I think too. Like success to a certain degree would be great, but not success if it requires that I have to, I don't know, wear a suit and tie.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't mind dressing up sometimes, like for certain things, but like not in like a not in a selling out kind of way. Just kind of like, oh hey, here's me in the snazzy thing. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I don't
Yeah.
mind dressing up either. But if it's just like expectation and then it's
Yeah,
like,
if it's to impress others or something like that.
yep,
No.
yep.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, but